Sardinia Piedmont, one of the only formable countries in Italy in Europa Universalis 5. And you know what's even cooler? Starting off as the super tiny country of Montferrat with the Paleologos dynasty, and then forming Sardinia Piedmont. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we did last time, because as you can see, the year is 1443, we're already the Kingdom of Sardinia Piedmont, we're the 13th most powerful country in the world. Somehow, our economy is booming, we've left the HRE, some Italian countries have stayed in the HRE, so expansion is going to get even more difficult, and we're absolutely swimming in money. You guys enjoyed last episode so much that it's time to continue expanding, becoming even richer, and continuing our massive Playing Tall campaign as Sardinia Piedmont after previously starting off as Montferrat. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Alright, here we are as the Kingdom of Sardinia Piedmont, ladies and gentlemen. Like I just said in the intro, we formed this country last time after starting off as the super tiny country of Montferrat, and even though we've lost the Paleologos dynasty, it's still with us spiritually. But yeah, we're the 13th greatest power in the world, man. We actually did become a kingdom last time after leaving the Holy Roman Empire, because we were a part of the Leavers, and you know, the situation ended because we hit the age of discovery. And as we can see, this is what the HRE looks like. Some Italian guys have left, some have stayed in, most notably Milan, Ferrara, and Florence right here, which does mean every time we want to expand into those guys, we are going to have to fight Austria and all of their boys in the HRE, which is definitely not going to be very nice. But aside from that, man, you know, we've wrapped up integrating almost everything we conquered from last time. We're absolutely swimming in money because we're producing so many luxury goods and stuff like that. And our alliance network is pretty decent, and we're looking to hook up with even more powerful guys to help us expand into the HRE. And yeah, you know, stability-wise, internal infrastructure-wise, control is really good, everything is a core, so yeah, I'm absolutely loving this campaign. There we go, already something very nice that we can do is hook up an alliance with France right here. Yeah, that's definitely gonna help us push into the HRE. As for initial expansion plans, man, I guess, you know, Mantua would be a pretty good target. They're not in the HRE. Mondovia and Provence we can't mess with right here because they're in the Neapolitan Union with our boy, the Two Sicilies, or the Sicilian Union. So, yeah, Mantua, and then, I don't know, Milan or someone like that. Let's build up a couple of more barks right here, man. You know, we definitely got, you know, the ability to sustain a bigger fleet, and we do need a bigger, yeah, maritime presence fleet. We should probably build these guys up as well. I got 5 galleys and 5 transports. It wouldn't hurt to put down some heavies. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we've wrapped up everything we wanted here from, I guess this. Wait, what do I really have? What is this? What is surgery? What the hell is this in the Age of Discovery? Is this a 1.3 thing? Or did I mess something up, because I did move this save game from my PC at home. Obviously, you can tell that I'm not at home right now, but I never noticed this. What the hell is surgery? Does every thingy have a 4th one now? I guess it does. Okay, so that's confessional. Pharmacology. Okay, that's new right there in 1.3. How come I never looked this up? Sanitation. So a lot of like the best things, and look, there's a unique one, are in the free one? Yo, that's a really good change for 1.3. I can't believe I never noticed this. I'm actually kind of stupid. In that case, dude, I'm not even going back to meritocracy, which we can do, even though it has very nice things, because over in surgery, apparently, we got the cabinet seat, the paved road, the power projection, council hall, the upgrade to the local council. Dude, all of the best things are in the free one. What the hell happened? What's the point of doing anything else? Not really, but you know what I mean. Now, we do have the ability to put down one local governor. I am going to research another one. This is kind of really close to Genoa, which is our capital. It could be cool. Actually, we need a naval governor for down here. So, I mean, we're already super rich, man. Might as well put one down, even though, like, control is insane. Pavia would be nice, right? If we expand into Milan and them? Sure. Wait, we can actually do another one already. From what do we have 2? I always forget, like, what's the cause of the second one. So if we go to modifiers and we search gov right here, number of local governors +2, Yeah, the base one and the kingdom one. You know what? I'll put one down right here too. Why not? We're rich. You know, I know we're speccing pretty heavy into mercs and there's like no point in actually building up a regular army, but I think I will do it. I think I will do it. By the way, I'm not fighting anyone. I'm just helping the two Sicilies right here. Just waiting for Parliament to hit Mantua, man. Alright, I got my little professional army and some mercs right here. Got the CB on Mantua. Let's go ahead and declare. I'll call in the two Sicilies right here using favors. There we go, just like that. And we're fighting these guys. We'll see how much we can take from Mantua right here, because their stuff should be pretty expensive and pretty developed. So yeah. Alright, gotta deal with this little rebellion while we're in this war. Alright, so let's wrap up this war versus Mantua. I'm gonna take Parma, Reggio di Lombardia right here in this tiny little location that's a port of Modena, and we'll take care of the rest later. Antagonism, not too bad. Only a couple of guys are really mad. So there we go. Expansion continues. Best part is Emilian I've already accepted. So yeah, we can go ahead and get that integrated into our country nicely. Let's stop assimilating and let's get to integrating. A problem with coalitions is a lot of these, you know, Swiss guys do get really mad because we encroach quite a lot on them. But hey, it is what it is. And I definitely need to pin the HRE up here, man. Gotta keep an eye out on it, how stuff develops and whatnot. You know, something we should aim for, I guess, is taking over the Venice market here, man. But how does that whole thing look? Venice isn't in the HRE, but technically if we want to have it connected up nicely, we need to go through Verona here pretty much. Some of these guys are their subjects as well, so yeah, we'll see. Let's try and focus. My god, look at the situation when we want to fight Verona, dude. They're actually fairly powerful in and of themselves, but they got, you know, various random allies here. Austria, Bohemia, I think, probably because they're linked up with Austria. Actually, let's take a look at their alliances. They're only allied to the Pope and whatever, so... And then because Austria is allied to Bohemia and Poland and Brandenburg. Oh my god, dude. This is like so not worth it. Look at how huge this war would be. Sure, we can get France in, but so many countries. And it's actually the same thing with Milan, man. It's the same thing with Milan. Damn. These guys staying in the HRE really fricked with us. Wait, what about Ferrara, though? Ferrara is a subject of Verona, right? But, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the Overlord, yeah. Damn. Oh, wow. This is, an interesting war. Fifth phase of the 100 Years' War, and Castile is here, too. I wouldn't be worried if it was just England, but these guys can walk over and beat my ass. Obviously, I want to keep France, so I am going to have to accept. We're chilling either way. My truce with, freaking Mantua is 9 more years. Doesn't seem likely that we're going to be fighting anyone until then. Could do Pisa? Can we not do Pisa? No, it's all the same. Frick me. You know, we went from building too much castles to not enough. I'm actually building up castles right here in the border region myself, dude. Yeah, I got it sent on auto build every time we have more than 100 ducats, but it just doesn't do it in 1.3. Yeah. France is actually doing a pretty good job of beating these guys' ass, which I like. Well, I got some bad news and some bad news. The bad news is Mantua somehow became a subject of Verona. And the worst news is Aquileia is beating Venice's ass, and Aquileia is in the HRE. In fact, they're kinda important, so... we really shouldn't have left, that's the thing. We really shouldn't have left, but there's no way to join, is there? No, we're a kingdom, dude. We can't join. Yep, there, yeah. And that's the end of the 100 Years' War. Excellent. You know, at least in other departments, we're doing pretty well, man. Most everything that we own is a core. We're currently, you know, assimilating some of the stuff that isn't. Control is looking pretty nice. Building up the paved roads, so... looking okay. Alright, so I'm helping out the two Sicilies once again right here, but there does seem to be a little bit of development right here because Poland... well, Austria doesn't seem to be allied with Poland anymore, so that's a pretty big guy. Not about to be featured in this war. We just gotta go for it, man. We just gotta go for it. The truth is, we go in, wait, you know, a certain amount of months or years, peace Austria out. After that, these other guys that are gonna come in that aren't even listed here, they're gonna be willing to peace out, just pay everyone to leave. In the meantime, just siege down, you know, the Pope, Florence, Padua, guys that are close, and just wait it out and start chipping away at Verona. At least if we full annex Verona or just give, you know, certain things that we can't annex to someone else, we'll end up with Ferrara and Mantua for free. So yeah, we need to start hitting them. Let's wait for the two Sicilies to wrap this up, and next parliament will go. Oh, well, this is interesting. So, you guys know that, you know, Sardinia Piedmont kind of emerged out of Savoy and whatnot, but we just entered a marriage union with them. I guess they were married this whole time? Yeah, they were. So our heir is the heir to us and to Savoy. That's interesting. Okay, they're not like mega weak or mega strong or anything, but it'd be alright from like a roleplay perspective, I guess. Oh, it was the other way around. This is our guy and she's from Savoy. I thought it was the other way around. Alright, so next parliament is here, man, and realistically, you know, we gotta go in on these guys. Ooh. Ooh. Hold up. Austria isn't willing to join. They're at war. Brandenburg-Teuton's war. What is this? What is this? What is this? Let's see. Okay, so this is a fairly big war, but... okay, in that case, does it mean that... Yeah, they won't defend Milan either, huh? So, who do we go in now? Do we do Milan or Verona? It would be better to do Milan because we got the thing in Pavia right here, and obviously Milan's lands are richer than some of the stuff over here, I think. I think we're gonna do Milan, and we gotta do it immediately. So there we go. There's the parliament. Fabricate CB Milan. I'm actually going to go in for Milan. Let's go ahead and declare immediately. 10 stab. It's fine. There's the declaration. I'm fighting... Yeah, I'm not fighting too many annoying guys, you know? Not fighting too many annoying guys. Let's call in the boys' friends. Might as well use them. Perfect. Okay. Let's get some mercs up here as well. Some guys from... let's do these Brittany guys. And, of course, we'll raise the levies as well. Oh, this is such a good opportunity, man. I wonder if they can join in after the fact. I guess we'll see. I hope not. Ooh. The Italian Wars. Okay, first time experiencing the revamped Italian War situation in 1.3 right here. The die has been cast. So, it would have been better if this showed up before I declared on Milan because we could have used a better CB. But now the leagues are going to get formed. So, we got the, you know, the French League, the HRE League, the Iberian League, and then the 3 Italian ones will form. Now, I'm a part of the second one. I guess. Kinda. Holy First, Second Italian League. Yeah, I'm a part of it. We can fight guys in the other leagues, but this is still gonna bring in the HRE guys, isn't it? I guess we'll see how this goes. I guess we'll see how this goes. I have no idea how this works, by the way, after they've revamped it. I guess we'll find out as we go along. All right, got a new government form while we're in this war. Is there anything cool here? Nothing too crazy. Let's just go Privy Council. Now, the problem with this could be actually, because of the leagues, maybe France will not transfer occupation of everything to me here, because they're interested in owning land in Italy as well. Okay, they did transfer that. Okay. Okay, so it's not like that, but we should be careful here. I have just been brought a wonderful limoncello spritz to help immerse myself in the Italianness of my campaign even further. Wonderful. All right, so we just completely rolled Milan right here. Obviously, we would have done the same even without France. This was mega easy. I just wanted to speed it up a little bit. So let's see how much we can take. Or maybe, you know what, actually, maybe I triggered the Italian Wars by doing this, right? So, you know, waiting on those CBs, or even if we can even get those CBs this early, I guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll do it later. So if we take Milan, that's an exorbitant amount of aggressive expansion. Really, what I wanted to do was do this. But this would create a pretty big coalition, mainly out of the Swiss guys. So... I don't know, Cremona? Damn, they're all, like, really expensive. Wow. If it's a max of, say, yeah, I'll just take Milan, dude. I'll just take Milan. Let's get war reps as well and money because these guys are pretty rich. No need to make them break any alliances. The thing with Austria isn't even an alliance, so... Yeah, there's my war with Milan done. We have taken over Milan. Obviously, you know, we're going to integrate all of that up, but let's examine this a little bit. So, okay, we got Florence is in the one. Okay, these guys, if me and the two Sicilies can end up being in the same one, that would be pretty nice. And then we got tension here. So, at 25 tension, fortify key locations and bribe into league. At 50, militarize the nation. Italian Wars militarized economy. Okay, so a lot of stuff, you know, for weaponry and stuff like that. Okay, that's the... okay, at 75 tension. All 3 Italian leagues begin automatically calling their members into defensive wars when attacked by France, Iberia, or Imperial League leaders. That really shouldn't happen. Intervene in war, violate Italian sovereignty, force lead access, okay. And then at 100, all truces between League leaders are annulled. Open all-consuming conflict begins. All League leaders gain the ability to call their members into offensive wars anywhere in Italy for the next decade. Tension will then begin to decay slowly, taking 5 to 10 years to return to zero, depending on how active the conflict remains. So how does it even end? How does it even end? And the situation is further complicated by the fact that I'm actually allied to 2 other League leaders. So the French, the second and the first Italian leagues are all kind of in it together. How do we make them like be a part of ours or whatever? Right? Either way, let's go back to chilling here. Let's improve with a bunch of these Swiss guys so they don't coalition us to hell. And yeah, we'll see what happens after. Okay, so there's invite the second Italian league. And actually, the difference isn't too far off. Are we allied though? We should still be allied, right? Yes. Okay, so let's, I don't know, profess trust, send gifts, something like that. Try and get them into our league. Why the hell do I... Okay, these should be there. I think I just need to build up my army some more. Okay. So here's a problem. France is calling us in to fight Provence. The problem with Provence is they're a part of the Sicilian Union, which means this is the war. Now, I was friendly enough almost with these guys to get them into our league. This isn't an Italian wars thing because they're actually going for Provence. Obviously, the better thing to do is to stay with France instead of the 2 Sicilies because I'm actually interested in these 2 locations right here. So if I join, obviously my alliance with these guys gets broken. Now, not that I'll be able to take this, and actually I'm first in the line of fire for Naples, but I gotta do it. I gotta stay with France. That's the thing, I gotta stay with France. Okay, let's go all the way back to meritocracy and research stuff now. Oh. Well, that was a very quick end. 2 Sicilies didn't even get to do anything, man. Well, alright. Wait, I actually got land. Oh! France actually gave me the 2 provinces I wanted, along with Nice. Okay, Nice I'm not gonna get. I'm actually gonna just sell it back, I think, to Provence for as much money as I can get. There we go, 601 ducats. Perfect. Not interested in that, and we'll just integrate this up. Okay. That was very cool. I wonder... Okay, re-allied the 2 Sicilies. Nice. Okay, so everyone's leagued up. Oh, this is interesting. So the guys that were a part of the HRE League are now actually all the 3rd one. Milan has entered the 2nd one, which is good for them, obviously, because then I'll have to fight these guys if I want to continue fighting Milan. It's only Austria and the HRE one, so it's cool. Florence has also left the Castilian one, so none of the other non-Italian guys actually have land in Italy, I don't think. Well, actually, Austria does. Austria has, like, 1 location. I think this is an Italian war. The France-Verona war. Okay, so usually, at least, you know, in the previous patches, even though these happened, I don't think they would take land over there. However, what sucks balls here is that, yeah, they just hit Verona. Verona's got all of the League guys, plus Austria, because they're in the HRE. Oh, what do we do? Do we ditch France here? I don't know. I honestly don't want to do this war, dude. Even though they might actually give us land. But do we want land now with all of this antagonism? I think I'm going to decline. Meanwhile, over here, tension is rising, almost at 75%. Huh. The point of no return, I guess we've reached 100. Yeah, so truce with Sardinia between myself and Milan and Pisa is removed. Whatever, the other stuff happens. But the interesting thing is that Milan actually did end up joining my league even before this. So, we can't fight Milan. They're in our league. Everyone else is in the HRE. We just ditched France. It's complicated. Okay, so now it's gonna start ticking down, right? Oh, dude, so now we got mutual offense, don't we? I think I should be able to outvote everyone, but do we do that? Like that, we will have Milan on our side. They don't actually hate me, funnily enough, too. Can be called. Automatically. Assured offense. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is different. I thought you get votes based on how big your country is, like the, you know, unions and stuff, but everyone just has 1 vote. Okay, but aside from that, something else I did, man, is I put down local governors differently. I destroyed the one from Pavia, put it down in Milan, and then built another one in Parma right here. So Well, looking pretty good. Okay, mutual offense didn't pass. Possible offense did. Oh my god, look. Oh, it's even bigger now, so... It's still mainly the war thing that's happening. Oh my god. We can go in on Verona, dude. That would be crazy. We can go in on Verona. Oh, shoot. But no, wait. Wait, we got this. Oh my god, I should have been spying on everyone, dude. Okay, let's spy on Verona. Well, damn, Verona is actually really the only one we can do without skipping over people. What war is Austria in? Oh, so France is okay. That's still going on. Why didn't I think of this? I'm so stupid. I don't have any foresight. We gotta hope that whenever our spy network or CB is done or whenever Parliament shows around, Austria still doesn't want to help. Damn, they fricked me. They actually ended up joining. Come on, man. I can expel them because I'm the leader. But then again, if we get like someone like the Pope in, I think we win, dude. Do we end it or do we keep going? Oh, the Pope is the leader of the third one, so we can't actually get them in. We can't get those guys in. Can't get those guys in. What about Verona? Yeah, we can't fight Verona. And these guys would defend them, so there's no point. Even if I kick them out, everyone else still joins. Okay, well, no progress in that front, I guess. Yeah, look at this. I think we win. Don't we? Wait, we don't. Oh, it still has to be active for 50 years. Okay, but at least we've buffed, our league, dude. Okay, Austria is actually fighting the Pope now. Which means they're fighting the... What is it? The other league, the third Italian league. Could we go in on that as well? Honestly, we kind of could. We could go in on the Pope. I know it'll be disconnected land, but I could just create vassals. Yeah, let's spy on them. I'm actually gonna, yeah. Ah, damn, the two Sicilies dipped. Okay, so major changes. I kicked out Verona in order to fight them. Two Sicilies called me in versus the Pope, but if I accepted, I would get kicked out of the second league. I don't even know what's happening, dude. I'm just spying on the Pope and Verona right now. If we have a chance to go for it, we'll go for it. Should I have done that? Should I have not done that? I don't know. And what? Castile just declared war on me. What the hell? Okay, so they got the bows. They can actually probably land here. If they come here, I can definitely push them back. What the hell, dude? Oh, well, Mr. Castile, that was excellent war, man. Oh, good job. We definitely fought quite a lot. Made me get my freaking mercs up for no reason, dude. Interesting. So I got Aquileia joining me. Two Sicilies actually joined Castile now. All right now I can hit the Pope with the Secure Italy CB. I'm also building it up on Verona. So we'll see. If we can't do Verona, we'll do the Pope. Frick it. Okay, Florence just ended up in the second one. Meanwhile, Verona is actually in the third one. So now it doesn't matter if I fight... Or wait, I guess it does matter. How? But they're in the same one. Why wouldn't they defend each other? And currently, Austria isn't helping Verona because... Oh, they're not even at war, dude. But it's super tight. And we got 13 months until that CB is built up. Well, we'll see. Either way, we're going to war soon. Alright, well, that CB on Verona has been acquired. Austria still isn't willing to help. We just got Padua and Florence in. Yeah, we're gonna do it. It's as simple as that. There we go. There's Secure Italy. There's the declaration on Verona. Let's go ahead and get the levies up. And I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, as always, get a merc company up. These Sardinian guys, sure. Now, I wonder, do my opponents have, pike and shot, man? Yeah, they probably all do, and they're probably all researching it while I'm still doing old stuff. Their armies, I am expecting them to be more powerful. Okay, wow, getting war score here is actually really easy, dude. Won a bunch of battles, obviously. Some major ones, as you can see. It's 50% from battles, but 50% from occupations. Do you get, you know, more war score the more you occupy? So, and it's negative 25%, so we should... Modena here. Okay, taking a look at that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. What about Bologna as well? We're actually still chilling. Is it possible to go for Mantua as well here, or is that too much sauce? No, we can definitely go for Mantua as well, dude. What is this? That's a part of Brescia, I think. But do we want to annex them? No, they're oh, it is actually a part of Verona. What Ferrara then? Okay, Ferrara, no, definitely not. But if we get Mantua and this, sorry, you know, just checking every possibility here, folks. I like that. That's like, yeah, 3 provinces. Let's call it 3 provinces from Verona. Nice, dude. Nice. That's some very good expansion. So it is mostly Emilian. I'll probably have to accept Venetian here because they've been converting a lot to Venetian. Tuscan is shrinking by quite a lot. I almost destroyed Ligurian right here. But yeah, that's very good, folks. The Italian League, the second Italian League, grows. Very nice. Okay, let's chill. Hopefully we can do this again. Cool, we can accept Venetian. Okay, finally started researching pike and shot, which will do us good while we're at peace here. But a good thing like this is that we do border Florence as well. The not good thing is, well, our truce with them is the same as with Verona. It's 10 more years, so yeah, we're just chilling. I mean, Milan is still in my... Well, actually, no. Milan is now in the HRE League. And wait, Austria won't defend them? But they are part of the HRE. Wait, could I do Milan as well? I probably could. I did link up with Bohemia and England, by the way. I'm gonna spy on them. Wait, why can I not spy on them? Oh, no diplomat. All right, well, there's the union that we got going with Savoy. Obviously, I'm the more powerful country. This could be dangerous because France could want to go in on them, but we'll see. I'll try and keep them around. Meanwhile, I think Verona's getting its ass beat by France. Well, really, that war keeps happening. Nothing happens, though. And Rome. And I think the Pope is actually going to end up taking land here. So, yeah. Okay, I'm still spying on Milan. Okay, so we reached 100 tension again, which means my truces with Verona and Florence got deleted. Now, we're 8 months away. You can't see it because it's behind me from finishing up the spend work on Milan. I've also just started spying on Verona again because that happened, and the Pope took this, but also, look at this. I can get a secure Italy CB on Florence for 9 years, dude. So that's a free CB right there. However, Florence is now in a different league, but also, Austria would defend them. So, okay, we got the CB, but we're not going to do that. And actually, Austria is willing to defend Milan as well. So, right now, it seems that our Pope is actually the best bet. Wait, I just got the CB on Milan, and now Austria isn't willing to defend them? What about Florence? Same thing with Florence. I don't get it. I understand them not defending them because of the war, but why? Well, actually, no. Yeah, they are still there. But they're not there for Florence at all. I really don't get it. Okay, so who do we do now? We can do Milan. I actually do have the CB on them, and I have the CB on Florence. Milan is closer to my core, and it's richer land. We do Milan. Yep. Okay, that was easy. I'm gonna take Cremona and this one up here. Nice. They were in a different war as well. Right now we're chilling. Aggressive expansion is coming down. Building up that CB on the Pope right now, and then we're gonna be pushing into, well, the Pope. Yeah, you know, leagues keep shifting around. Right now it seems the third Italian league has about 50% of the provinces in Italy, or not really. I don't know how it works, but they have a lot. They have a lot. It is pretty... Wait, does that mean I fight the two Sicilies? It doesn't. Or does it just not say it here? I don't want to fight the two Sicilies. I do not want to do that. Maybe we can do Verona then. Nope. No, we can definitely not do Verona. Whoa, is that the second wave of the Black Death? No, it's smallpox, but a really big smallpox hit. Yeah. You know, one thing I gotta say, man. The changes that they've made, the small but very significant changes that they've made to Bulgaria does seem to help the Ottomans quite a lot. And hey, I don't think I've ever seen an AI Ireland. That's really cool. The Tribal Kingdom of Ireland. Yeah, very nice. All right, so the army has been upgraded, as I'm sure some of you have noticed. We got the CB on Pope. Hopefully we can take quite a lot here. I just hope that, that the two Sicilies doesn't join, because then we'd be kind of fricked. Ooh! Actually, we wouldn't be fricked. They got no forts up here. We can farm war score easy. Okay, let's go. Okay, so yeah, the two Sicilies didn't actually end up joining, man. Okay, just won a major but very costly battle. Can we do this? Oh, wait, shoot, that's a part of, They wouldn't accept this just yet. Oof, this is actually kind of bad already, aggressive expansion-wise. We are gonna get a coalition. I don't think it will declare. I'm gonna keep going just so I can take what I've selected. Okay, this actually wasn't as simple as I initially thought. They did come back and start beating my ass hard, but there we go. I'm gonna peace out the Pope and take a lot of money. I did actually loan up a little bit for the first time ever, so this was a tough war, kinda. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a little bit of Ferrara, Romagna here, and whatever that is. Okay, now I'm definitely getting a coalition going right here, obviously improving with everyone that's, you know, in it, or about to be in it, which is, fine. Italian wars have been going on for 38 years now. No one has 200. We did obviously have 200 at a certain point, but they'll end when it's at 50 years no matter what, I think. Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Okay, in the meantime, while we're chilling and getting rid of the coalition here, I've destroyed the local governor over here and put it down in Ravenna, so it's a bit more nicely spread out. Well, during peacetime here, let's, wait, why can't I change that? Have I never, oh my god, I never did establish seniority. Well, there's the Lutheran Reformation. I know there's a new new system for it. Let's see what happens. Okay, now that I've established seniority, I'm gonna go, you know, do unified succession, then we're gonna do economy, and so on and so on. So now if all the good stuff is in this free one, surgery apparently, what the hell is in printing press? Which is what we were gunning for immediately at the start. Anything super vital? We got a cool unique thing right here. Yeah, there's good stuff, but you know, cabinet seat isn't here. Interesting revamp. And there's the end of the Italian wars, ladies and gentlemen. It ends in a stalemate because obviously no one had more than 200 provinces after 50 years. Army's broken up, by the way, because I just dealt with a rebellion. But yeah, that's over at least. Does that simplify or complicate this whole me expanding into the HRE thing? I don't know. Either way, we can probably still catch them without Austria being willing to join. Aggressive expansion has died down. Milan is in a coalition with me. We'll see what we do. But you know, at least we took advantage, man. A couple of wars with the negative 25% from expansion into Italy, or unify Italy, or protect or defend, whatever it's called. So yeah, didn't need to use parliaments for it. Less antagonism for what we would have done with the parliament. Well, this seems to be like drastically weaker. There's only like one Lutheran preacher, or is this in our country? Hey, there we go. There's the movements, yo. There's the movements. Yeah, I really hope building is fixed, because if the game built like it was supposed to build, we'd be making like 300 or 400 ducats right now. It's just, yeah. Meanwhile, everything over here has been integrated, and I was about to say this one little province that had a Romagnol, which I've never even seen that dude in it. We did need to, you know, assimilate it, but luckily it got done pretty quickly, so... Because it's the one with the lowest cultural tradition, right? So, once again, everything we own is a core. I really wish we could wrap this up, but that, of course, involves me fighting the two Sicilies, which, you know. But aside from that, man, control is looking lovely. You know, obviously it's low in some places that we, you know, recently conquered or whatnot. But, yeah, pretty nice. So let's take a look at all of the buildings. So, bridges, I've got them everywhere. Perfect. Council halls. I am focusing on this one quite a bit. We can do 2 more here because I built up some towns. I guess 3 more. And then Pound Lock Canals. I was focusing a bit on doing cities earlier, man. Yeah, that's nice as well. Yeah, so we got all relevant buildings, dude. All relevant buildings. There we go. Let's road it up. Some other places that we haven't roaded it up. Nice. Obviously, control is pretty weak down here in the islands because my navy keeps getting destroyed. But also because we don't have a naval governor or anything like that. You know, obviously, when you're Italy, you do want to go naval, but the thing is, we haven't really been coastal expanding it at that much. I mean, dude, we took this coastline, like, so long ago, last episode, too, and we only just got additional coastline, so it doesn't make that much sense for us to go naval that early, you know. Hey, we can finally do diplomatic liberties in the Union, so after we do unified external diplomacy, I'll vote for mutual offense and rein them in, of course, so they don't do their own offensive wars. And, you know, obviously, these guys, man, I never mean to integrate them or whatever. Let's just keep them around. They're not that big. They're not that powerful. We could push into, like, someone like Dauphine, which has got the... What relation do they have with the Ottomans is what I'm wondering. Yeah, why would the Ottomans defend Dauphine? That I don't get. Holy league, what is this? No, that's just a crusader or something. Oh, because they're a part of some independence movement for the Bank of Tola de Convi, which is the state bank of Aragon. That's one of the most EU5 things I've seen of all time. Okay, there we go. We can rein in junior diplomacy. Perfect. So they can't do their own thing. And they're actually fighting the Ottomans right now in the First Crusade against the Ottomans. Savoy, what the hell are you doing, bro? Can I just... I guess I can't. Whatever. But I'm doing mutual offense right now, just as I rein them in. Damn, man. You know, I got hit with the freaking bubonic plague. It went around and now it's coming back. We actually have lost quite a bit of people. Well, maybe not that much, huh? Only about 130-ish thousand? Maybe I'm about to lose more, though. You know, surprisingly, we've hospitaled it up quite a lot, and we also have the, this one, which is plus 25% disease resistance. You can do these, like, on the coasts and stuff like that. Might as well do it, right? It doesn't hurt. But now that aggressive expansion has died down quite a lot, I'm just looking at some of these guys right here, man, and no matter... Actually, I do border Aquileia, funnily enough. No matter who I want to fight, it's all, you know, Austria getting involved in it. So definitely don't want to do that. The only one I can do without Austria interfering is the Pope. But this, you know, we could expand here, but I just wanted to do something closer to me, you know? So do we go for the Pope? Or do we just, you know, go head first into some of these guys right here? I don't know. Like Verona, clean up the borders a little bit, you know? Rebuilding the light fleet for like the 58th time. It keeps getting destroyed. I don't understand how that fleet keeps getting pummeled, but, you know, the battle fleet never manages to, you know, lose anything. Or win anything, for that matter. You know, I wonder how this happens. How did Nuremberg become such a tiny market and get engulfed by Cologne and Prague so much? Cologne especially. Okay, now I'm actually looking at this. So, Ottomans are fighting Serbia, and Naples is helping Serbia out for some reason. Could this be a good time to actually declare on the two Sicilies, but take this? Because if we declare on Provence, we actually end up fighting the HRE guys. Let's see in, whatever it is, 15 months, if it's still the same situation. We could go for it. Over in the Union, we can do aligned legislature. Okay, Parliament is here. Two Sicilies is still involved in that. Like I said, we do have to actually do a CB on them, so we'll just do it for that. Let's go ahead and declare. Select that. Savoy comes in automatically. Yeah, we just need a diplomat. Okay, there we go. A month has ticked by. There's the declaration on the two Sicilies, where we're actually going in to take this. Let's go to Bohemia right here. What? We don't have favors? What do you mean we don't have favors? Oh my god, we actually don't have favors with Bohemia or England. What? That's crazy. Okay, well, this is gonna be a little more annoying than I thought. Okay, I got a Merc company up here. Okay, I've got Corsica occupied, and I just sent a stack over, you know, those Merc guys over to Grosseto so we can farm war score. 39% war... Ah, cool. Excellent. Okay, this is actually the first time I'm gonna create a subject this game, man. Do we have a historical guy? Who's this? Grosset. Sure, and they'll have some more cores. Let's make them a fiefdom. Perfect. So there we go. Got a little subject over here, and finally took over all of Corsica. Nice. You know, obviously, if we bordered the two Sicilies more, we could have taken stuff here without even being even more disconnected, or I could have taken even more from Provence. Probably actually full annex Provence, but we're just not interested. We're not like that. We're playing tall. And there we go, folks. Now that we played about 200 years of this campaign, starting off as Montferrat and turning into Sardinia, Piedmont, and ending up owning all of this and playing tall, I think this is a pretty good place to wrap it up for this episode. But you know, I'm not really planning on continuing, but let me know if we want to see more of this campaign. We could continue to push further. I don't think we're gonna get to Form Italy or anything like that, but yeah, if you guys think there's anything that could be done, let me know. But yeah, after starting off as Montferrat, man, and you know, that was last episode. Check it out if you haven't already. If you made it this far and you haven't checked it out, what are you thinking? Play through this episode of Sardinia Piedmont. Really didn't focus that much on expanding because you guys know the complicated situation we had with the HRE, but you know, the Italian wars were kind of a blessing in disguise, because even though those guys were still in the HRE, you know, they ended up fighting each other, you know, everyone vying for control over Italy, which allowed us to exploit those opportunities and conquer land in Italy, and also cheaper because of the Italian wars. But aside from that, man, you know, every culture over here accepted or, you know, converted. This, of course, is gonna become our core, and we're assimilating and increasing control there at the same time. Provençal, I guess, is easy to get rid of. That's the one we haven't accepted. So everything will be a core after we're done with it. Reformation isn't that strong. It's obviously been toned down, which I do like quite a lot for this update right here. You know, we got, we had 4 million people, more than 4 million people at one point, but we're the number 12 great power in the world. Control is looking absolutely mint. We've built up all of the relevant, what you call it, infrastructure buildings, you know, in the mainland. On the islands, not so much, I will admit that, but there is potential for a city down here. In fact, there we go. I'll start it up just for you guys so you can see. And, you know, if we had a naval governor, we could put it down right there. But aside from that, man, everything looking real nice. I am liking 1.3 quite a lot. My only complaint really is the game not building, you know, enough. It's sort of like they overtuned it or something because they were building too much castles, but I guess they can't just stop them from spamming castles, so they had to dial it all the way back. You know, if this was the previous patch and I had 3,000 ducats in the bank, I would be constructing 50 different buildings right now, right? So they do it, but, you know, they don't pay attention to this, and you need to have a lot of money for them to build, and then they stop and stuff like that. So yeah, but wrote it up pretty nicely. I like the changes, you know, to the research quite a lot as well, with those medicinal stuff and the most basic things being over there, and that always being unlocked, you know, like the cabinet seats and whatnot. I really do like that. I don't even know what's... Wait, why can I... Oh, it's the Age of Reformation. I was about to say, is my game broken? Can I research stuff from a future age? But the Age of Reformation actually just started. I went with the admin focus. So let's see, is the good stuff in the Age of Reformation here as well? Yeah, the cabinet seat is there, dude. So I guess all of the cabinet seats that you unlock in each age now have been moved to, you know, the medicinal stuff, which is actually, you know, always able to be researched. Yeah, there it is, dude. You know, what they pretty much did is they added, like, the 4th tree that's always in Age of Renaissance. You know, they created ones for each of these ages, which is very nice. I think it should have been like that from the start. So that's very cool, man. Even if you're lagging severely on research and you're playing in other continents and you don't have these institutions, at least you can still do something from these ages, you know, which isn't that related to being there, but it's very, very nice. I do like it quite a lot. In fact, there we go. There's the cabinet seat right there and the governor form and the crown power. So I might as well, you know, if I kept this campaign going, I might as well just stop researching everything we're doing. What is this, meritocracy? I don't think it's meritocracy. I don't know what I'm researching, but whatever it is, it's actually printing press. Just get to that cabinet seat right away, which I do like quite a lot. But either way, enough yapping, man. I think it's time to wrap it up. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm not home, so that's why there's no green screen and stuff like that. And that's why some of these next couple of videos will be a little bit shorter, like 10-15 minutes shorter than regular, but it's totally fine. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it for me for now. See you next time.